What is going on, Elite Mafia family? Not members, but family. This is the one and only Rad Thad, and here with a little bit of an announcement. I think my main man, Tommy G, touched on it on a few tweets earlier over the past 24 hours. If it sounds like I have been awake for the past couple of days, if my eyes look a little red, if I'm looking a little haggard, it's because I've been spending the past uh, couple of days looking at 3 years of Sue Bird film footage. So if you don't know who Sue Bird is, you will pretty soon. Um, but to kind of go a little further with what Tommy mentioned on Twitter, uh, I, like LeBron James, am bringing my talents somewhere, not South Beach, but to the WNBA. Uh, when one of our Mafia members, Angel, shout out to Angel, he sent out a tweet that FanDuel was going to start with WNBA games, and I did not believe him. I thought he was kidding. But to my surprise, I'm pleasantly surprised that they are going to start covering some WNBA contests starting this Saturday. The season starts this Saturday. And there was an article about it on ESPN. At the bottom of the article, very last sentence, DraftKings also said that they could be posting some WNBA games this summer as well. I think they're going to wait to see how things turn out. I think this is could potentially be a big deal. WNBA has been around for a while now. This isn't a situation where we're dealing with a sport that people aren't familiar with. It's a league that's been around, a league that is starting to come into its own. Fan base is certainly growing, and this is their push to increase their fan base. We can all agree that whatever the sport, daily fantasy certainly increases fan interest, fan base, and I think WNBA will be no different. They've partnered with FanDuel to provide some contests, and they also have some special promotions going on. A couple of which are pretty nice, actually. You can win some trips to the WNBA finals, to some WNBA games for your local teams, some WNBA swag, and you know how I am. I'm all about the swag. I'm all about winning all the monies. You can't win all the monies if you're not playing in all the contests. So this is certainly an opportunity for not only daily fantasy or the WNBA, but for us as individual players, for Elite Mafia and Guru Elite to get in on the ground level of something that could potentially be very big. A perfect example is MMA. We all certainly had some degree of interest in MMA, but when you have someone like Mad Labs who knows what they're talking about and someone that you trust, can really increase your interest in the sport, and also your interest in the daily fantasy portion. So hopefully I can do that for WNBA. I think we certainly can, especially as a family. There is certainly an edge to be had. I've been interested in basketball forever, as you guys already know. That includes NBA, WNBA, Olympics, Sister Mary Catherine's girls JV league, whatever, summer league, don't care. So certainly going to be working hard to bring you guys some valuable content. Still working it out in terms of actual how we're going to do it. Then because the WNBA is a little different than the NBA. It's basically the equivalent of the NBA playoffs all the time. You really have slates of, you know, 2, 3 games, maybe four, but minus the late swap, late scratch garbage. There's 37 games in the season, so every game counts. There's 12 teams in the entire league, so every game counts. I think that this is a great time to get into WNBA because this is kind of a slow period as far as daily fantasy goes to some degree. NBA is going to be coming to an end. NHL coming to an end. We'll still have MLB, which is very long and can be complicated. This is certainly a way to kind of maybe deviate from that a little bit, in addition to MMA and PGA. But certainly an edge to be had. Especially if you're someone who has been following the NBA playoffs. I know there's a lot of you out there who've been tweeting and playing, and this is a way to kind of keep that going. And we can certainly do that here at Guru Elite. I think Tommy and the guys, in addition to coming up with an optimizer, which Rob, who is, dude's just phenomenal. I think the NBA optimizer, NHL, MLB, NFL, you name it, the optimizer speaks for itself, and is currently working on a WNBA optimizer. It's going to be a little different because WNBA works a little differently in terms of minutes projections. Just like any other optimizer, it usually takes a while for things to kick in. WNBA is a little different just because the different scenarios go on, and you're dealing with injuries, retirements, trades, maternity leave. Things when Draymond Green leaves for paternity leave, he's out for a game. When Candace Parker leaves for maternity leave, she's out for the year. So it's a little different. But we're working on that, and that will not disappoint. As far as packages go, as it stands now, for the seasonal package for just the WNBA content, I believe that's going to be $24.99. If you add the Opto to it, it's going to be $44.99. You can do the monthly, which is going to be $9.99 for each. If you do both, it'll be $14.99. So, I'm sure that these guys will get into that more as the season goes on, more as interest picks up. My job is to watch the film, come up with the numbers, come up with the narratives, mix some Kool-Aid, and make everybody happy. I think, it's a work in progress, as was the beginning of the NBA season, and I can say pretty confidently that everyone's pretty happy at the end of the NBA season. So, with a few exceptions, but I'm pretty sure everybody was pretty happy. So, I think this will be no different. I think we will work out a way in terms of trying to come up with some daily content, whether it be in the form of a Periscope, quick podcast. Like I said, only a couple of games a day, some quick articles or chat room or something. But this has potential to be something big, and like Tommy says, and the rest of the guys at Guru Elite say, if you're not first, you're last. So this is an opportunity for us to really just kind of take over from the beginning and see a lot of those Elite Mafia logos up at the top of the leaderboard. So hopefully you guys are interested. Certainly hit me up and let me know what you think. My Twitter handle is rad_Thad1. So make sure you give me a follow or shout out on the Twitters. And certainly already did some research for the weekend. Gonna have to stay tuned if you want some of that good stuff. So let us know what you think, and looking forward to seeing you guys in WNBA.